Oh, Lord have mercy. If you said that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you.
Shannon Sharpe is one of the most recognizable faces in sports media. A 3-time Super Bowl champ, Hall of Famer, and co-host of Undisputed and now First Take, he's built a second career on charisma, intelligence, and presence. But recently, Shannon Sharpe's name has been trending for reasons that have nothing to do with football or television. In early 2024, shocking allegations emerged that accused Shannon of attempting to pay off a woman who claimed to have been raped by someone close to him. The most disturbing detail, according to reports, he allegedly offered her $10 million to keep the story quiet. This wasn't just a smear campaign or tabloid rumor. It was the start of what's to become one of the strangest and most controversial scandals in sports media history. To understand the impact of the allegations, we need to understand who Shannon Sharpe was before they surfaced. From 2016 to 2023, Sharpe became a breakout media star. His work on Undisputed with Skip Bayless turned into a household name. Thanks to viral memes, authentic rants, after leaving Undisputed in 2023, he jumped to First Take with Stephen A. Smith and launched Club Shay Shay, a podcast that routinely pulled millions of views per episode. He was loved, respected, and memed. And he had built one of the most successful post-playing careers in sports media history. In February 2024, online forums began buzzing about a leaked court filing. At first, it didn't mention Shannon Sharpe directly, but it hinted at a celebrity figure who had allegedly offered millions to suppress a rape allegation against someone in his circle. Then, within days, Shannon Sharpe's name surfaced. According to the documents posted online, a woman had accused a close associate of Sharpe of sexual assault. What made the situation more disturbing was that Shannon Sharpe himself allegedly intervened. Not to report it, not to help the investigation, but to allegedly make it go away with $10 million. So let's break down what was first alleged. The assault happened in late 2023 at a private event hosted by Sharpe's media team. She claimed the perpetrator was part of Sharpe's inner circle, possibly a business associate. After she began legal proceedings, she says she was contracted by a mediator claiming to represent Shannon Sharpe. This mediator allegedly offered her $10 million in exchange for silence and a signed NDA. But it didn't just stop there. In mid-2024, a second woman came forward, this time anonymously, claiming that she too was approached with hush money after making accusations involving someone affiliated with Shannon Sharpe's production company. And again, in early 2025, court recordings revealed a third woman had filed a formal complaint. While her accusations didn't name Sharpe as a perpetrator, they did accuse his inner circle of intimidation and attempted battery. Each case, by itself, might have seemed like isolated controversy, but by 2025, a disturbing pattern was starting to emerge. One where silence wasn't just encouraged, it was allegedly being bought.
So Shannon Sharpe is being accused of sexual assault and rape. There is a young woman, she is now in her early 20s, but she says that she met Shannon Sharpe when she was 19 years old in a gym in Los Angeles back in 2023. And she says that because of what she experienced, and she says that she alleges that the rape was brutal, like it was. Now, this woman is alleging that Shannon Sharpe raped her multiple times over the course of a 2-year relationship. The relationship that they had was sexual and parts of it were consensual, but she says during their relationship, because he was physically stronger, a lot older than her, like 30 some years older than her, and just, more powerful, he began to get really aggressive. But at this point, she was already in it. She says that he was manipulative. He would threaten to choke her and slap her. She's also said that at some point she was being recorded without her consent, and that she later found out and alleges that the videos were shown to people. Now, when they first met in the gym back in 2023, she says that she didn't know who he was, that it was just like an older guy that was checking out in the gym. He was very persistent, so eventually they started texting, conversation, and that that led into them, beginning to see each other outside of the gym. They got into an argument in a home. This was after the whole like Instagram live thing, because with the woman that we think is named Michelle. Yes, because at that point she said that they were in a they were in an actual relationship. They were in Vegas together. So when that happened, she had already kind of been, in this thing where he's verbally abusive, allegedly, but she thought that they were together. This Instagram live happens. She gets upset. She breaks it off because he's supposed to be exclusive, allegedly, to her, and he doesn't like that. She tries to turn on her phone location at some point during these arguments and send the phone location to her friends. He tells her and threatens her, allegedly, to say that like he will effing kill her if she ever does that again. But the rape part of it, she says that she was allegedly raped anally twice, and that it was very, very brutal. She alleges the last rape incident happened January 2025. So it was, according to her, this was very recent. Shannon Sharpe released a statement after all of these allegations dropped, but he's denying this. He's denying this. He also.
Who was the alleged perpetrator, and why wasn't Shannon Sharpe saying anything publicly? What made the silence more was that Shannon Sharpe kept showing up on TV. He was still doing First Take, still doing Club Shay Shay, still acting like nothing was wrong. And that only fueled more suspicion. A week after the allegations went viral, Sharpe's legal team issued a statement. They denied any wrongdoing. The statement claimed Shannon had zero involvement with any payoff and he had no knowledge of any assault. They called the entire situation a malicious attempt of defamation and extortion. But at the same time, the alleged victim's attorney fired back, saying that they had receipts proving that the $10 million offer happened. Screenshots, emails, voicemails, none of them were released publicly, but it created a standoff. One side claiming fabrication, the other claiming cover-up, and in the middle, a reputation now hanging by a thread. For someone known for being outspoken, Shannon Sharpe was shockingly quiet. No monologue, no denial on air, no mention at all on Club Shay Shay. It's created one of the strangest dynamics in sports YouTube. On the surface, Shannon Sharpe continued as normal. Interviews, jokes, hot takes, but beneath it all, the comment section told a different story. Every video became flooded with the question, are you going to talk about the $10 million offer? Why are you ignoring this? Some fans were loyal, others felt betrayed, but all of them wanted answers, and they weren't getting any. But as of now, no criminal charges have been filed against Shannon Sharpe. The alleged rapist remains unnamed, and while a civil case was in progress, no final ruling or settlement has been announced. This hasn't stopped speculation, though. Sharpe's defenders argue that anyone with his level of fame is a target. This is all about money, and the NDA and hush money allegations get thrown around all the time, whether true or not. But critics say the details are too specific, the silence too calculated. And if the alleged victims claim holdup, it would mean Shannon Sharpe tried to cover up a sexual assault, not to protect himself, but someone in his circle. And that's a serious accusation, with even more serious consequences. Shannon Sharpe's story used to be about redemption. From overlooked tight end to Hall of Famer. From NFL retiree to one of the most influential voices in modern sports. But now, his name is being associated with silence payout and one of the strangest scandals in sports media. Whether the allegations are proven or dismissed, the damage has been done. Because when your career is built on truth, authenticity, and holding others accountable, being accused of $10 million cover-up changes everything. This is the Shannon Sharpe strange allegation, and it's far from over. Alright, appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. If you like videos like this, you should check out my video on the Sean Kingston incident. It's a pretty good one. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think too in the comment section, because who was that? Skip Bayless, he just got caught trying to pay his assistant or whatever for like $40 million. So, hey, we don't know what be going on behind the scenes. So you can't just take everything on the surface level as truth. When behind the scenes, these people have way too much money and way too much power to do whatever they want to do. So, man, watch your heroes, man, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.